everyone, it's Courtney, and in today's video I'm showing you how I transform myself into my take of Frankenstein but make it glam. For the first step, you'll need to mix a light tone foundation with white, yellow and blue face paints to create a pale sage green face paint mix. Apply the sage green across your entire face and blend out with a sponge. Don't forget to paint your ears, otherwise they will stick out against the makeup and ruin the final look. Add a small amount of sage green mix below the eyes to add further coverage, then blend out with a sponge. Take the same sage green down the neck to solidify the base of the look. Mix a slightly darker sage green mix by adding a small amount of black to the face paint. Use this as a cream contour to contour and bronze your cheekbones, nose, neck and forehead. Use a translucent powder to set your entire face and neck. Brush through your brows with a clear brow gel, then fill in the brows with a black eyeshadow or pomade. Brush through your brows with a spoolie to even out the product. Take the shade Labyrinth from the Beauty Bay Bright palette and contour your nose as you usually would. Bring this shade into the brow bone area to enhance the shape and length of the nose. Take the same Labyrinth shade on an angled contour brush and begin to contour the hollows of your cheek, forehead and jawline. To create a defined line below your cheek contour, use the shade Base 4 from the Beauty Bay Evolve palette to clean up the edge of the green shade. Use the same contour brush from earlier and pick up the shade Granny Smith from the Bright palette. Use this shade to enhance the green tone colours in the contours of the face, focusing it in the areas that you would usually blush. Go over the contour on your nose with the Granny Smith shade to add further definition to the nose shape. Contour your neck with the same Granny Smith shade to continue the same colour palette throughout the face and neck within the deeper areas of the look. Re-blush the face using the Granny Smith shade to enhance the light green tones, and using the remaining product on the brush to lightly brush the green shade across the entire face to enhance the sickly green tone into the skin. Pack the shade Base 4 from the Evolve palette below the eyes to brighten the under eye area. Take the shade Liner 7 from the Evolve palette on that same angled contour brush and go over the deepest areas of the face, such as the forehead, jawline, neck and cheekbones, to enhance the facial shape you have been creating with the previous green tones. Highlight the high points of the face, such as the cheekbones, nose, chin, cupid's bow and forehead with a silver toned loose highlighter. Use the light sage green face paint as a base for your eyeshadows. Carve out the brow and spread the base evenly across your lid. Take the shade Liner 7 from the Evolve palette on a flat smudger brush and pack it into the outer corner of the eye, mimicking the shape of eyeliner. Blend the edges of that shade out using a clean, fluffy brush. Using that same brush, pick up the shade Labyrinth from the Bright palette and blend that across the edge of Liner 7, pulling it outwards towards the temple. Use a domed blending brush to blend the shade Granny Smith from the Bright palette over the edge of the shade Labyrinth, focusing on dragging it outwards towards the temple, saturating the inner half of the crease. Work the shade Oasis from the Bright palette throughout the entire crease. Deepen the outer corner of the eye once again using the shade Liner 7, then pull that shade inwards to deepen the inner half of the crease. Take that same face paint mix from earlier and cut the inner half of the crease. Cover the entire faux crease area with a glitter glue. Pack an iridescent green glitter into the entire cut crease area. Use a green liquid eyeshadow and place it over the edge of the glitter and outer corner, then use a clean brush to tap out the product. Set the liquid eyeshadow using the shade Pop 7 from the Evolve palette. Blend the shade Pop 7 into the outer corner by blending Liner 7 over the edge of it and outwards towards the temple. Take the shade Liner 7 onto a pencil brush and deepen the area above the faux crease. Once again, take the shade Liner 7 onto a flat smudger brush and place it into the outer corner of the lower lid. Blend the shade Labyrinth over the edge of Liner 7 using a domed blending brush, bringing it outwards towards the temple. Use a medium-sized blending brush to blend the shade Granny Smith over the shade Labyrinth and outwards towards the temple. Place some glitter glue into the inner half of the lower lid, then pack an iridescent green glitter into that area. Highlight the inner corner of the eye and the brow bone area using the silver tone loose highlighter. Apply mascara to your top lashes. The lashes I'm going to be using today are the Doll Beauty Jasmine Lashes. Apply mascara to your bottom lashes. Now one eye is done, I'm just going to go off camera and do the other. Now both eyes are done, onto the lips. Apply a black liquid lipstick to your lips. Create a dark red blood tone face paint mix by mixing black and red together. Use a nail art brush to create thin lines across the face, neck and chest to represent the separate parts of the bodies being sewn together to create the Frankenstein's monster. Make the areas where the line bends or where the lines meet thicker to represent the tear or stretch in the wound. You can copy the placement of my wounds, or you can add your own creative twist to the placement. Mix a red fleshy toned face paint mix and apply this on either side of where the thicker areas were in the wounds, where they had split and stretched open to create depth to that area. Sage green face paint mix with a little bit of red to create an irritated green skin tone colour. Highlight alongside each side of all the skin splits to create high points in the skin. This will make the wound seem deeper. Use a black face paint on a thin nail art brush to draw thin lines across the skin split wounds. This is to represent the stitches keeping the skin together. You can do some stitches straight across and some crossed over on the thicker wound areas, or you can take your own creative direction with this. Use the same black face paint to create dots on either side of the stitches. This will give the illusion of an entry and exit point for the stitches into the skin. Mix an irritated skin tone pink mix and using a thin brush, draw a line in between each of the stitches alongside the highlight lines you placed earlier. This will add an extra layer of dimension and achieve a more realistic irritation effect to the wounds. And that's how I created this Glam Frankenstein look. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and comment down below if you find these sorts of videos fun and interesting to watch. If you recreate this look, don't forget to tag me at CourtneyBeautyUK on Instagram, at CourtneyBeauty_ on Twitter, and hashtag CourtneyBeauty on all platforms. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching my Frankenstein glam transformation, and I'll see you in my next video.